Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the ISOM 2 review. Finally, I managed to read ISOM 2 and this is a review. I was a little high over Christmas, so I didn't get around to doing it sooner. First off, um, after reading this, I think that ISOM 1 shouldn't exist. My way to fix ISOM 1 and ISOM 2 would have been to start with this. This is good, apart from years ago. Years ago, how many years ago? 100 years ago? A million years ago? How many, is it a reset? Is it, what I mean? Like, how long has this Earth and this place and this universe existed? Like, I mean, 8 years ago could mean anything. So you don't really, I don't know, it seems weird. It was an ISOM one as well, where it was like a wee while ago, or a couple of months ago, but we don't really want to tell you when. Just say like January. Just say an X Files. Say like where it is, what time it is, what date it is. Anyway, positives. This for an opening scene. Forget all this shit. This is like again splash page means nothing. You've got the opening pages here. Finally, a butt that's meant to be there. The other ones, the butt wasn't meant to be there. This is a butt that was meant to be there. Opening pages, boring as fuck, nothing going on. You want a big, come on man, I mean, if you're a lover of comics like Eric is, then would you want to open up a comic and be like, duh, 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 oh, I'm not feeling well, blah, 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 I might go home. Oh god, it's a game office, oh no. You want a big fucking splash page? Get a big splash page in the front cover. Fucking hell, man. Get a big splash page right in the fucking front. So I'm like, fucking whoa, what's going on? But no. So some boring shit happens, and then Projexus, always the weird names. Don't know who the fuck they are, but they turn up. But this start ISOM 1 with this. Don't put years ago either. Just start with this. You're like, oh fuck, there's two youngsters here. They're in trouble. What's going on? ISOM turns up. He's there to save them. Oh, what's happening? Big Mongol looking guy turns up to fight them. He's all funny looking. He looks weird and stiff and stupid. He looks like a big Mongol. But as I do digress, let's keep going. You see them fight, which is fine. They trying to save the kids. And then the big monster guy kills. Spoilers. If you don't want any spoilers, by the way, don't watch the video. Read the comic and then come back, please. But here, I mean, this is great. The fucking big Mongol guys crushed the skull of that wee lassie. I mean, that's not great, obviously. But story-wise, that's great. Then what is it? He's at his therapist. He's at his therapist. Now. This is now. You go, oh, that was a flashback, and he's telling his therapist about how he can't fight anymore because he let this girl down. Now, the only problem with this is it seems like when he's talking to the kids that he's got no experience and none of the other heroes really trust him. So they're like, Isom, just you go and check if there's anyone left in the building. So Isom basically has just started being a superhero there just now, and then fails spectacularly, but quits. So he never had a long superhero career. He just pretty much, I mean, that's probably his first month or something, or within his first year of being a superhero, because they make him just go look for people in the rubble. Anyway, start ISOM 1 off with that. I'm not going to talk about this part. It's just fuck. Start with that, right? And then once he leaves this office, none of this shit happens. Once he leaves this office, ISOM 1 happens. His sister phones him, says somebody's in trouble, a lassie's in trouble that you know, and he's like, fuck, that's like that young lassie I fucking left. Well, I let die, I couldn't save her. That's the motivation, but he really doesn't want to go back in because he doesn't want to. He's traumatized by that. He saw a girl's head crushed. It doesn't matter what your powers are or what kind of superhero you're. You fucking see somebody's. You see a youngster's, anybody's head getting crushed in, and you're fucking traumatized. You know what I mean? That's something they should put in the comic books and movies and stuff. You see somebody getting their head crushed in, it doesn't matter if you can run dead fast or you're super strong, you'll fucking you'll be traumatized. You've seen somebody's brains coming out and eyeballs popping and all that, you'll be traumatized. Somehow these superheroes have got super brain super brains that they can heal traumatic events. Apart from some things like fucking your parents get killed, alright, you turn into Batman and fucking. But anything else you see is like, yeah, well, somebody get killed at, so. I've seen my mum and dad get killed, so. Anyway, it should be ISOM 1 after that part. You go to, and it should only be about 2 pages. His sister phones him, tells him this girl's missing. He doesn't really want to go back in because he's traumatized, but he really wants to make up for what he what he did, what he didn't do, what he couldn't do. And then you meet, what's his name, Derek? I can't remember his name. You meet Derek, the bad guy, the guy that owns the, what's his name? Where is he? This guy. Darren. You meet Darren. The whole ISOM 1 finishes after 2 or 3 pages. But it's an alright wee action page, apart from the art's crap, but it's an alright wee action page. Like, story wise, it would be a great start to ISOM 1. Therapist. Right, so back to ISOM 2 now. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. There's been a lot of controversy with what do you call them? The digital fucking. What do you call them again? I can't remember, it skipped my brain. You know, the digital assets or whatever, where they're just using computers to. Using models, 3D models, and computer programs for drawing, and they're just placing this Cliff Richards, who has had a great number of number ones, especially Christmas number ones here in the UK. But it shouldn't be drawn. It shouldn't be faking drawing comic books anyway. But there's been these digital assets. It's a whole hoo-ha of arguments and stuff, and it's just mental. But ISOM 2, let me get my little pointer out. I think this is the only thing that Cliff Richards drew. I think these look different to everything else. There's probably a 3D model, probably ISOM under that 3D model there. But I think this is the only thing he's like fucking drew on. He's drew on top of that, Cliff. And that's why they look so goofy. I mean, after these weeks of controversy, did this Cliff Richards have a fucking amazing portfolio or something? Did he just fucking turn up with an amazing portfolio and you're like, whoa, that artwork's pretty fucking good? And then he goes to draw your comic book, and does he not realise that it's going to be a big cultural phenomenon? And he's like, fuck this, I'm just going to use computers and paste things. And I didn't know that until, well, I kind of guessed it. I mean, it's half and half. I'm trying to remember what I thought before all this controversy started. I knew the art was pretty crap, and I knew it looked digital and very stiff. And probably, if you go back to my ISOM 1 review, I can't be bothered looking at it again, but if you go back to that, I'm saying like everyone's dead stiff and weird, and there's no action, there's no movement or anything like that, and I could tell everything was done on a computer, and I could tell it was done with these digital assets, and you just kind of put your own hairstyle or clothes on them. But I'm just wondering, what the fuck Cliff Richard's portfolio looked like. Because fucking hell, man. I'm drawing my own comic as well, you know, and I'm trying to learn how to draw so I can fucking draw it better, and it's taken me fucking years, man. I've been thinking about this for, well over 20 years, but I've been really knuckling down to try and learn how to draw properly and how to learn how to draw comics for the last, I don't know, 5 years or something, 2018 or something like that, when I really got back into comics. Um, and I got into this whole YouTube thing, and the enthusiasm for comics, and the channels that I watch, and I watch a whole variety of channels from all different types of people, CG to lefties. You know, you can all videos from left to all the way to right. I don't care if it's good. If it's about comics and it's a good video, I'll fucking watch it. You know, I like that split split panel naked. He take oh man, I mean he's great. He fucking just totally. I don't know. I've learnt a lot from watching that. I've learnt a lot from Cartoonist Kayfabe. I've learnt a lot from Ethan Van Sciver. I've learnt a lot, you know, from Shane Davies. Mike Tyson too. Right. Again with the gutters, this is talking about the artwork again. This is how I knew it was like you could tell easily that it was just some fucking digital shit, like digital layouts and all that, because the fucking gutters in the book, they're massive. And as an artist, and I'm planning out my comic the now. I mean, I'm doing these little. Let's see if I can show you here. This is the way I'm planning out my comics books. I did small thumbnails. Probably if you folded an A4 bit of paper into four, and each one of those four was a comic book page. So you split an A4 bit of paper into four, like that would be a comic book page. That would be page two, page three, page four. That's the way I liked doing it. And then so I'd split this up into the different panels, this up, and I get to look at 4 pages and how they're done, how they're spread out, how they look together and stuff like that, and flow. And then I started making these little A4 booklets, you know. So it's just I cut up all the A4 paper. I made the pages that I wanted to do, and I'm trying to, like, you know, this isn't the final layout or anything like that. I've updated this a million times, but you see each page there. I'm making the comment. I'm looking through it. I'm seeing how it flows. I want to see how everything goes, you know. And this is a very rough, very rough. Um, and it's always changing. And the more, while I'm learning how to draw, the fucking in my head the panels are changing and changing and changing. I've got extra bits here that are just, you know, changing layouts already. And I've changed this a million times as well from the four to the booklet. It's good to sit on it for a while, you know. It's good to sit and stew on it. I can't imagine the comic books I would have made when I was younger. They would have probably been total shit. It's the same characters as I'm thinking about just now, but I never made them when I was younger. I didn't know. I didn't really know how. Now with the internet and YouTube and all that, you can really, I really understand how to make a comic book now and how it works and all that. So back to ISOM 2. Yeah, the gutters. You can tell it's deep. It looks like. Wait a minute. What have I got here? I need to find this. Where are they? Some review this, is it? Where is this? Just bear with me a second. So it looks like, I mean, even this is, the gutters are thinner on this one, but it looks like that, like you've just bought one of these. This is just a kid's thing. Like, I thought it'd be good for practicing and stuff. I've not used it or anything, but you know, it looks like you just bought one of these and went, right, I'm not going to plan out the fucking comic. I'm just going to go, right, this is page 1 of ISOM 2. Start off here. Is this actually, I mean, this might be the fucking template here. Whatever. Almost. It's almost the same. It's almost the same. Yeah, wait a minute, I'm not even showing you. It's almost the same. Like, he's just taken that and went, right, just fill it in. I don't care what the story is. Just let me draw a wee bit on this. Well, I'll draw. He'll put digital assets in. Right, so he's put these two panels together here, and then he's put these two together. So he's got this book and he's went, fuck it, I'm just gonna, he's been on Amazon, he got this book and just went, that'll do. I can't be arsed thinking about it. And then this one's exactly the same. Look at that. There's her, there's him. There's ISOM 2, first page. Right, he split that one up. He's trying not to get caught here. He's splitting it up. There we go. And I like the speech bubbles, by the way. Speech bubbles are great and they should be brought back. I think they're great. How am I sliding over a wee bit here? Anyway, back to this. I do digress. I'm distracting myself here with speech bubbles. There's the opening for ISOM 2. We just fucking bought a kid's book, and let's see if it's this. What's the next page? Nah, it's totally different. He must have bought. Oh no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, that's different. Oh well. There's ISOM 2. Anyway, the gutters are shit, and then they get. And well, that's what I was going to say. As an artist, I want more real estate to draw on. I don't want less. So making the gutters fucking massive is like fucking mental to me. I want as much space as I can to draw and convey the story. And you're taking these tiny wee boxes. It's like you don't know what size the gutters were meant to be, so you just guessed it. And then when they go into print, they're fucking massive. Either that or you're using a template that's a stupid template. It's not a real comic book template. And here they get better, they're thinner, but they're thinner and then they go back to shit again, and then they're thinner again, I think. Anyway, that really fucking annoys me, because being an artist, I want to be able to draw. I want the most real estate that I can get from that fucking 11 by 17. Anyway, right, so then you get to another one of these classic Cliff Richard splash pages. I mean, they're going to talk about these splash pages for years, like Jack Kirby splash pages. Look at this, fucking, what is he doing? Stomping his feet, putting his foot down. I'm putting my foot down. I'm not, you know, what the fuck's going on? Right, there's a fire, right, and what's happening? He's gonna go, oh, I don't want there to be a fire. I don't want there to be a fire. And he's going to stomp his feet. It looks like that. It's another unheroic splash page that's just fucking pointless. Have him fucking doing something, man, for fuck's sake. It's a fucking splash page. What are you doing? That's like a splash page where someone's just fucking Well, I was going to say sitting doing a shit, but that'd be pretty fucking funny. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Alpha core's in it for some reason. Here's the alpha core. Blah blah blah. Alpha core. Just talking. I like this. I like having the. My brain's gone. I like having the. What do you call it when it's a fake advertisement in a universe? I don't know. I've fucking lost it. I'm too tired. But I like having these fake advertisements from that universe. I like that part. And a guy with his wee metal robot dog. That's pretty good. I don't know what good dying is. Good dying. Anyway. This one annoyed me as well. Like he's floating on this couch. He's either floating on the couch or it's you know in the Marvel Method, that book where they're like each panel, each action shot or each panel or whatever it is should be either, what is it, the most impact or the furthest away impact, don't they in between. This one's like he's caught the bit where you've laid down, but then either your boxers are up your arsehole or you've got an itchy arsehole and you need to kind of use your feet here to arch your back and put your finger right up your bum hole, get a good scratch. That's what that looks like. And although I don't like it as a drawing, I do appreciate the fact that Cliff Richards put it in there, because it is a. We've all done that. That's that bit where you're like, oh fuck, I was comfy, I'll fucking scratch my fucking arsehole. Anyway, what is it with people in this fucking universe and they don't put their phone to their ear? If it's on speakerphone, you don't need to hold it next to your ear. If it's no on speakerphone, why the fuck is it no next to your ear? Even here, it's never, in ISOM 1, it's the same. Whenever anybody's on the phone, no one's holding it to their ear. And that's fine, you know. You don't want cancer, that's fine. And it's a digital asset, that's fine. That's fine, don't hold it to your ear then. Put earphones in or something. Let's see. I've got some notes here, by the way. Just in case you're wondering why I'm rustling some paper there. Anyway, another exciting, brilliant Cliff Richards splash page, you know, to rival any Jack Kirby splash page here, you know. A fucking empty door with some impossible people hanging from some kind of, I don't know where the fuck they would be, where the fuck the camera is of. Maybe like that's the bit they come out, right? So they're going to the ring, so that they're no there. Usually, well, no, you wouldn't be in wrestling, would you? That's the whole stage. But sometimes you would have people over this bit, and that's them. You don't usually have people here because the ring's here. There's no extra seating area up there. There's no extra levels up that end. It's just mental. There's nothing here. And then Larry Shungite. I know there's a lot of controversy going on just now, and it sounds like I'm just going along with it, but I'm not. When I read Larry Shungite, I was like, "What? Who the fuck's Larry Shungite?" It's fucking stupid. He looks like a fucking retard. It's stupid, man. It's mental. What they cheering at here? There's nothing there. I mean, if you look at like when I don't know if there's. I don't want to. If you look at my one, the one I'm planning, I know there's got to be fucking action. I know this isn't great and I'm just starting out, but there's the splash page. First page, bang. You have some you have some stuff here, captions telling you what the fuck's going on, where you are. Somebody's robbed somebody, there's a guy shouting, stop that guy, that, you know. And then there's an action scene after it. Somebody's fucking in the middle of that page, fucking running at you with a purse. You're like, fuck, who's that? Some cunt's robbing some cunt. Anyway, there's a wrestling match in the middle of the comic for some fucking reason. It doesn't. I don't know who the fuck Larry Shungite is. Larry Shungite. If you're going to pick Shungite, it sounds like shite to me. I'm Scottish. Shungite sounds like a Shungite the shite. It just reminds me of shite. It's, you know, if Shite. Too many letters in it that's shite. Anyway, if you're going to call him Shungite, call him something like fucking Demolition Shungite or fucking Assassin Shungite or Nuclear Shungite or fucking anything that's like, put something in front of it that's cool. If he's gonna have a shit last name like you'd beat him up at school, he's probably a wrestler because his last name's Shungite and every cunt beat him up because they're like, Shungite, you shite, let's battle that cunt. Call him something like Crystal Shungite. That's a kind of like a girl's name, isn't it? Steel Shungite. Fucking Baron Shungite. He's Baron Shungite. He'll destroy you. Darth Shungite. You are now Darth Shungite. Rise. Rise, Darth Shungite. Anyway, nice little wrestling fucking a nice little wrestling match in the middle of the book. Stuff's going on here, I have no fucking idea. I think that's projects. Aye, then look, when I first read this, I didn't know this was Yara. Or I can't remember her name. It doesn't tell you who the fuck it is. It's just some blonde woman turns up after some guy's watching a wrestling match and talks all this shit, and you're like, what? Who the fuck's this? It reminds me of ISOM 1 when there's a fucking. When they're at a disco and there's just two people sitting at the back of the room having a drink talking shit about stuff, and I'm like, who the fuck's this? What the fuck's going on here? Anyway, I guess that's no Cliff Richard's fucking. That's not his fault, is it? That's story fault. Maybe it's his fault. Who fucking knows? Maybe it is. Right, let's see what's next. Look, here's a splash page where something happens. A guy's going through a fucking windshield. That's what's meant to happen on a splash page. Something. No, a guy stomping his feet or ISOM angrily leaving his warehouse. In ISOM 1, ISOM leaves his warehouse in a bad mood, and that's a splash page. This, I mean, have a bit of fucking brains and shit come in it, unless he's made out of fucking steel or something like that, but have a bit of fucking brain matter. Make the story so that there's a passenger and they die. If he's a guy you want to come back, there's a bit, you know. Then Isom gets a gun, puts on his shades, and I don't know why. Oh. Right. Let's see. What have we got here? What's the next part? Fucking. What's this? Isom gets an upgrade on his suit, so you basically get the same. The whole of Isom 1 was leading to him getting his suit, and then you get the same whole bit again where he's got a suit with a new belt on. This time. What the fuck is this? We waited for the whole Isom for him to get his suit, so you're thinking Isom 2 he's going to start doing shit. Then it builds up to, oh, he's got a new suit with a new belt he's going to try on, and then. Who cares? Fucking give him a new suit in the first one. Say, I'm not giving you that shit suit again. Here's a new one. It's been in the back. I knew you were going to come back at some point. Then fuck this. You don't need that. It's a waste of pages and stories. Think you're the cool fucking killing and battling and battering and fucking nonsense you could be having just now. Instead of like, I'm going to put on my suit again, boy. Anyway, this type of thing, I fucking hate this. It's so uninspired. Some woman that's into fucking magic and werewolves and crystals and all that, and they've got to have a cowboy hat, they've got to have a long trench coat type thing, and they've got to have their belt. It's exactly the same design as every other fucking woman in a comic book that fucking is into this type of thing. Oh, I'm mystic, and I'm mystic, but I'm also fucking like part cowboy, part Native American type thing, where it's just fucking stop it. If somebody likes crystals and all that, they don't have to look like this. If you're dating a woman, you don't have to. This they all shop at the same shop. They've got the crystals in one part of the shop, and the other part of the shop it's all this kind of fucking gear. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. You've been in the town and you've seen that kind of shop. She gets her crystals and her little fancy lamps with it's all made out of all the wee bits of glass and some fancy soaps and all that kind of shit. Anyway, it's stupid. If you fucking, it just looks like every other fucking stupid. It's just fucking annoying, man. Come up with something different. Uh, oh God, I mean, and they all look like that in real life as well. Like those types of women. Don't make them see. We don't like them in real life. They're funny people. Yoga people. Let's just stop drawing them into comics. Uh, so I can't even read my notes. Sorry. There's not much else I want to talk about apart from this is it's totally changed. It's like from about wherever here, whatever like here or wherever. It's like from ISOM 1 to ISOM 2, Eric's realised that Derek is a shit bad guy and he's going to have to fucking make up something else. And halfway through this book, it turns into some kind of fucking. Well, near the end of the book, well, the last third or whatever the fuck it is, turns into some kind of fucking ghost hunting, magical Dungeons and Dragons shit, and that's fine. But it's almost like we've went, you know what, him fighting Derek and them slapping each other and all that pish is just kind of boring. Derek seems like a bit of a fanny. Let's put monsters in it. It's a comic book. Let's do something fun. I know it's a bit weird. It just suddenly turns into a monster book. That's fine. I enjoyed the monster part there. I don't want to show you too much. So I've got another complaint here. I didn't know it was called the ill-advised arc. That's not. What is like? Why would you call your own arc, your own creation, the ill-advised arc? Like, that's like me with the comics I'm making up, calling it the big shite arc, or I shouldn't have made this comic arc. Why did I do this arc? Fucking my balls are itchy arc. I mean, it's a fucking shit name for an arc anyway. It's an ill-advised name for an arc. The ill-advised arc. Redemption arc, you know? The redemption arc. Getting back on the wagon. Is that right? Getting back on the horse arc. You don't want to get back on the wagon, that's drinking, isn't it? Anyway, that's just fucking stupid, man. Why? And then suddenly there's a big fucking Thanos for it. I think this part. I think Chuck Dixon's been. Because, like Eric was saying, he was getting advised after Chuck Dixon. I think Chuck Dixon's went. He's got halfway through writing this and he's went, Eric, you're going to need to put in some fucking cool bad guys. You're going to need a Thanos, you're going to need a dark side. You're going to need a dark side in your comics. A dark side. Side. A dark side. Side. You're going to need one of them. And spoilers, by the way, I'm going to show you the last page because he's actually pretty cool. He looks no bad. I like the design, but it definitely feels like someone's said in his ear, like, make up a fucking Thanos or a fucking Dark Seed. Just one more thing about the whole comic, and I know this has been picked up on before, but when Ethan said it, I'd just finished reading the book, and I was thinking it while I was reading it. So when I was watching Ethan's stream and it was like, everybody in the book sounds autistic, I was like, that's what I say to myself. I mean, I didn't say it to anybody. There's no proof, but I'm sitting fucking reading it. I, you know, I live on my own. Nobody I know likes comics, so I didn't fucking tell anybody. But I was sitting there going, fucking, this book sound. Everybody's talking to each other like they're autistic. And the reason I know that is some people might not recognise it because you might not have hung out with autistic people. Autistic people, totally cool. Nothing against anybody with autism and stuff. We're all slightly on the spectrum, aren't we? But when you hang out in a room with only autistic people, and they're all, I'm not talking about kids or anything like that, or just people my age. My pal's girlfriend's autistic, and all of her pals are autistic. So I went to a Halloween party, and it was the weirdest Halloween party I've ever been in my life. But it was fun. Everybody was nice. But the way they talk to each other is like how people talk to each other in this book. It's just da 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 da, and then the other person's like da 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 da. It's like data. It's just like, I like biscuits because they are good, and the other person's like, my dog has fleas and I bought it a flea collar. And you can tell the first person's thinking, I was talking about something and that person wasn't listening to what I was saying. And then the other person, the autistic person, is thinking, I'm not bothered about what you said. I want to talk about my dog having fleas. Yeah, it's just, I think when you're autistic, you're surrounded by people that are not autistic and they listen to you. But when you put a group of autistic people with no non-autistic people and they talk to each other, it's like two positives clashing. It's like the magnets, you can't put them together. you know People without autism, you put them, they talk and they have a conversation. People with autism, and they're like, I like books that are coloured green, and the other person's like, you shouldn't like books that are coloured green because they are bad. Green is a bad colour. And the other person's like, I like green, no, and that's okay. It's like, that's what the dialogue's like in this book. And I was thinking, like, is Eric autistic? And then I watched Ethan's stream, and he said that as well. And I'm not just copying him. I honestly read this book, and because I've got experience with a lot of autistic people, that's my conclusion. And I think with ISOM 1 and ISOM 2, I really enjoyed Alpha Core. I thought it was great. I thought the colours were great. The art was great. It wasn't mind blowing. I said that in my review. It's not changing your life. It's not Batman Year One. It's not fucking Watchmen. It's not fucking Dark Knight. It's not blowing you away. But as a comic book, it was fun, and the art was fun. I love the colours. It was so bright and fucking bright and bold. And then I read ISOM 1, and I was like, well, that's a good try, Eric. You've never written a comic book before. You've never tried this before. It's a good try. I'm trying. I know how fucking hard it is. I know how hard it is to write, and it's probably a little bit easier for me because I'm doing all of it. I've got the I'm writing and I'm drawing, so I don't need to write as much because I'm planning out in my head as well. And I tried to write a full script for it, and I was like, why the fuck am I writing this? I already know this. I've got my brain is full of shit. Basically, my brain is full of. I can go through every fucking page on this comic book, and even the next three, when the other ones for the different characters. I'm almost like I see it all in my head, you know. I write it all in my head, but I write it all down as well, obviously. But while I'm lying in bed, you know, tossing and turning at night when I can't sleep, it's because I'm fucking thinking, right, panel one, it does this, panel two, and then it goes on to page three, and then like page four goes to this, and then the ending's that, and that leads into the next issue, and this happens, and I'm just, and then I revise it, and revise it, and revise it. So it's hard to make a comic. It's hard to, uh, you know, you're putting yourself out there, and you're wondering if anyone's going to like it. And I think for ISOM 1 and ISOM 2, Eric did an okay job. It was fine, you know? Who am I to judge? The artwork's shit, though. The artwork's shit, and Cliff Richards is shit. And he's a shit fucking singer as well. I hate all those fucking songs. Uh, I think the argument here, though, is the difference between crowdfunding and what Eric is doing. And Eric is a company. Eric is a company that's promising you a great comic book, whereas crowdfunding, I can back someone on what Indiegogo or I've never backed anyone on Kickstarter yet, but I was going to go for Tom Scioli's Witchman, but he wasn't delivering it to the UK, so I couldn't buy it. Uh, but if I'm fucking losing track here, if I am putting my money towards a crowdfunding thing and I look at the guy, he's a young guy, he's trying to get a comic book out there, he's trying to have some fun. Maybe it's a couple of guys or a group of guys, some girls maybe. I'm I'm putting girls in with guys as well. I just say guys. You know, it's some guys or an individual who's just trying their best to do something. There's this new crowdfunding, and you can try and get your thing funded, and you can try and get like 5 grand or 2 grand to you know put out some comic books, and you're not even going to make a profit, but it's something you love doing and that. And you might not be that good. You might not be that good at drawing. You might not be good at writing, but you're trying. And I get to go, okay, I'm going to back this guy just to help him along. It seems cool. The story idea seems cool. It might be shite. That the art might be shite, but I feel like backing this guy and helping him along. And it's what I would hope uh, people would see with me when I'm going to launch my comic. So it's like that. Treat people like you'd like to be treated type thing, you know, like this. It might not be the Dark Knight. It might not even be a normal monthly comic from Marvel from when Marvel were good. But I want this guy to succeed in life and get better. And you know, the next book will hopefully be better. The next book will hopefully be. If the next book's shite or shiter than the one that I bought first, I'll not back it. But you know, you want people to progress, you know. And I'm an artist, so I understand what it's like to, try and teach yourself, try and get better. And you've got so many ideas in your head and you want to rush them out and stuff, and you can't fucking draw. You think you can, and you think you can draw certain things, but then when you go to draw a comic book and you're like, I need to draw fucking everything. I need to be able to draw everything. And I've got Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, I'm shite on the computer though. I've got Clip Studio Paint, and I could cheat, and I've not even learned how to fucking use it. I've learned one thing: how to put my inked pages into my scanner and scan it in, and then put it on Clip, and then take the line drawing out of it, uh, and then just have the black and white line drawing, and I can add layers to it, different colours and stuff like that. I learned that one part, but I've not learned any of the digital assets or anything like that. But I don't want to do that. I want to learn how to draw. Before I die, I want to be really good at drawing because it's something I've always wanted to be good at. It's something I've drew since the day I was born. When I was born, I picked up a pencil and I drew a picture and I had some brown sauce. That is my fucking birth. I'm telling you, I was eating brown sauce since the day I was born, and I was fucking drawing before I even knew what a fucking bit of paper was. I was drawing in the room. I was drawing in my ma's belly. I was drawing on the interior walls of her stomach. But I fucking lost it in my 20s, and I fucking thought there was no way of making a living out of art, and I let it slip away. And then it's trying to start again and realizing you weren't really like that good in the first place, and you don't know how to draw fucking cars or fucking houses or fucking haircuts or fucking clothes or how or fucking folds in clothes or fucking shoes or fucking laces or fucking skies or fucking grounds or fucking dogs or fucking cats or fucking trees or fucking roofs or fucking peas or fucking well actually I could draw a pea. Fucking faces looking left, right, up, down, fucking aeroplanes, spaceships, fucking planets, fucking rocks, fucking toothpaste, fucking tables, fucking chairs, fucking all this. Every time I'm like, all right, I'm going to start learning how to draw women. I could draw guys, no bad, but then I try to learn how to draw women because I never drew them. I was always drawing, male superheroes when I was younger. So my women always looked like skinny men, skinny, weird looking men with tits. Um, but I've rectified that, and I managed to now be able to draw an okay woman, even from head to toe. Because, I mean, I spent about fucking 6 months trying to draw the face of women, and that including hair. You have to get the eyes, the eyebrows, the nose. You have to learn how to draw noses, fucking hairstyles, and then you're moving to the body, and it's like Jesus Christ. Then you've got to learn how to draw the body for all different angles, and then all fucking different viewpoints, and fucking twist it around and all that. And that's just fucking women. Then you've got to do that with guys. Then you've got to do that with kids. Then you've got to do that with animals. Then you've got to draw fucking every fucking aspect of fucking every existence and beyond. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I've went on too long and I can't remember what I was talking about. Um, I think I was saying that it was a good try from Eric, and I can, and it's no bad for our first two comics, except the guy doing the art's a fucking idiot. But the difference between that and crowdfunding is I'm choosing to back someone that I know shite, whereas ISOM 2 is almost like it's a company. So it's like, we're going to make the best product possible. You didn't make the best product possible. It's shit. Overall, it's shit. It's a good try. If this was crowdfunding and Eric was just on his own, no big massive company, he was just on his own, maybe a few helpers to help pack it in a bag and post it off, this would be fine. It's fine. I'd back it. It's a good try. That's not bad. It's not bad. Scrap the artist next time. Get the Alpha Core artist to come in. It's not bad, but you're promising us this is the best comic you've ever read. ISOM 2, with a man stamping his foot because he's annoyed. I don't want there to be a fire, so I stamped my foot. And the only thing the artist drew was these two alien guys from Guyver. Zoinoids. Get some action. It's a fucking comic book. It's not a movie. Stop. And, I'm going to go through all the books that I bought from crowdfunding. I'm going to review them all. It's only fair. I've only just got this light though, so I'll need to reread them all, and after I reread one, I will review it. So have this as a splash page. The next page is blowing someone's fucking head off. The next page, Isom shouting, "No! What the fuck, Derek?" And then 2 hours ago, Monday, 2 hours ago, fucking Japan, fucking Hiroshima, Japan, Tokyo. Anyway, then oh my god, what happened? Why did he blow that guy's head off, or that girl's head off? He's like gun there, blowing Isom's sister's head off. Isom's like, no! And the power of Isom's scream blows up the city, Akira style. Imagine Akira just started off and it was just like, just fanning about. It's just fucking, Akira starts off and it's just like, Canada and the fuck Tetsuo in Canada is just sitting talking like, I don't feel well. Canada, I'm a bit worried about my job. Oh, are you? Don't be worried about your job. Go home if you're not feeling well. Tetsuo. No, it's bang. Start with a bang. Start with a fucking bang. Anyway, I will continue to buy, if I have the money, I mean, Ripperverse comic books. I will, but I won't. The fucking postage is far too much, so I'll wait. I'll probably wait till the next few books come out, because I got 3 there. I got ISOM 1, ISOM 2, and Alpha Core on the Alpha Core campaign. So I'll wait until Yara and then the next Gudin or fucking Shungite comes out. Fucking Battle Shungite, or what you could call him, Warrior Shungite. Fucking Crazy Shungite. I'm trying to think, it's such a shit last name that I can't even think of a cool first name. It's put me off. Mental Shungite. Pure mental Shungite. He's fucking crazy Shungite. He'll rip your face off and eat it whole. You'll swallow it whole, then shit it out, then put it back on your face covered in shit. Crazy Shungite. Shungite. Samurai Shungite. Fucking, I don't know. I think the argument here is, though, crowdfunding, when it's the little guys that are just starting out, and it's not a professional like Ethan or Shane or Fragaboom. If it's just, you're just starting out and it's a crowdfunding, I'm going to back you even if it looks a bit crap, if you seem like a cool guy and you're just trying your best and you need a little bit of help. But if you're a company and you're promising the next big thing and it's pish and your artist is fucking shit, and there's only one splash page where something actually happens, and you're floating on a fucking couch, everybody can see that. That's no like Where the fuck did that go? That's. If I showed that to a normal person, they'd probably think, oh, comics are just meant to be shite anyway, but where the fuck did that go? The floating couch is gone. Where did they take that nap? I noticed that straight away, that he's just about to scratch his arse because he's laid down, he's wanting to go to sleep, and then he's like, you know when you lie down, shit. Fucking boxers have went right up my arse crack. And holding the. Is this a black thing or a Texan thing or an American thing? You put it on. Do you put it on speaker then hold it up to your ear? That's the type of thing an American would do. Put it on speaker and then hold it up to your fucking ear. That is an American. Maybe it is an American thing, and it does sound like a fucking stupid American thing to do. Because if you've got it on speaker, you can hold it in front of you. You can hold it anywhere, and you can fucking hear them. And don't have it on speaker anyway. If you've got it on speaker, put headphones on. You fucking arseholes. I fucking hate that. Anyway, that was my review of ISOM 2. If you liked this video, smash the like button. If you didn't like this video, smash the like button. If you want to subscribe, I would dearly, dearly love that and appreciate that. Every time I get one subscriber, it makes my day. It's mental. Honestly, I can't imagine people with millions of subscribers. What have I got, 52 or something like that? Once I got one person, when it became 52, I was like, yes, fucking dancer, you fucking beauty, fucking 52. There you go. So subscribe if you want. If you don't want, then don't bother. But like the video or something, you know. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the book. Tell me if you thought I was talking shit or talking sense. Or maybe you didn't understand me at all because I'm Scottish and I am not changing my accent for YouTube. No fucking way. You know? You've got to go on YouTube and be like, oh, hello, I'm from Scotland and this is my ISOM 2 review. I'd like to look at the front cover now so you can understand me. Wait a minute, I might be still going too fast. You have to listen to my ISOM 2 review. I'm a Scottish person from the telly and I talk proper so English and American people can understand me. See that woman in Prometheus, the Scottish woman? She doesn't talk like that. That's her putting on a voice so that you can understand her. She does not talk like that. It pisses me off. Oh, we're taking the helmet over to the table. She doesn't talk like that. She's like, she would have said something like, take that head out of that table, huh? It's the problem with Scottish people working and having to read scripts. They can't add their own. If you read a script and you're an American, you can kind of put your own accent on it and your own, the way you say words, and people all around the world will fucking understand you because all we've ever seen is American fucking TV and films. But you put a Scottish person on, they have to start talking like this. We're going to take you for a scan now. I can't remember what happens in Prometheus, but we're going to take you. Okay, dear, I'm going to put a little bit of medicine in your bloodstream. Can you take that helmet off and put it on the table? She doesn't talk like that. People don't talk like that. Sean Connery's accent isn't Scottish either. No one in the history of Scotland, apart from Sean Connery, is spoke like Sean Connery. No one. He's from fucking Edinburgh. No cunt in Edinburgh talks like that, unless they did when he was younger or something like that. Unless there's some fucking island on the Outer Hebrides or something like that, and they talk like that, and his family are from there, and he's the only one from Edinburgh. They moved to Edinburgh. No one talks like Sean Connery. It's not a Scottish accent. He just made it up, I think. Anyway, I do digress. I am rambling. I have just had 2 coffees, it's probably what it is. I hope you enjoyed my review. I wish you all well, and namaste. Haste you back, actually. Haste you back is going to be my catchphrase. Haste you back.